What is the environment that our thoughts are developing in? If our thoughts are developing from a foundation of male American, well, that's not the real foundation, because there's bigger foundations. The bigger foundations is that human, if our thoughts are generating from human, but the real important one is that our thoughts are generating as an organism on this planet. Because that goes right back to what we were talking about. We need all the other organisms. We can't survive without all the other organisms. And what's our relationship as an organism? What's our relationship as an equal on the planet, and not a hierarchy? And understanding this, then we're back to contemporary science, and that everything we know is interconnected ecosystems and habitats and environments. And so that on that level, we're all equal and we all need each other, and that's that web. That's the web of life. And contemporary science shows this. So here's some more objective thought processing. Here's contemporary science. So where do we need to relate, so we can reverse engineer, why am I not connected to everything? The reasons humans are screwed up is because they look at things from only a human perspective. But without understanding that the human needs the air, water, soil, shelter, fish, these kind of things. The human's so egocentric, scarcity mindset, that they've lost the parameters that keep the human alive. If every individual had the same care for the air, soil, water, plants, animals that they did themselves, guess what? We'd be fine. Because we would make sure they're okay. By making sure they're okay, the default, what happens is that we end up being okay. And that's how natural law works. And so objective thought processing says, I don't feel connected to everything else. Well, then you need to go get your Zen out, get your Om out, and get your bare feet on some soil and rebuild these relationships with other life forms on this planet, because that's a disconnect. We need to consciously have reciprocal relationships with everything else on this planet. I tell people, practice on a rock. Practice on a rock. And if we talk about personal relationships with significant others, practice on a rock, and you won't hurt anyone. Make love to the rock. No, but like bond, to have that energetic, practice that energetic flow, and that relationship with, everything's got energy. Find the energy in the rock, find the energy in the trees, find the energy in the air, those kind of things. And practice, relationship building.
That's cool.
And if you think about things, again, from an objective standpoint, that makes sense. Because what? We're diversifying our energy exchange. Right? Because addiction is that single focus, that tunnel vision. Tunnel vision is key trip up word in contemporary business. What I just said is addiction. It's addiction 101. It's that hyper focus on just one thing. And it's reverse engineered, hyper focus on the human, on self, on the delusion of self. And so it ignores the thing that keeps the self together. And there's addiction. Ignoring process, one could say addiction is ignoring process. Addiction is ignoring that for growth, for sustainability, for development, we have to have a connection with other things. And we have to go through this process of having relationships with other things, not just ourselves, not just humans. Because here's where natural law works, because we technically don't function like that. We need to grow our relationship with other things. As individuals, our first relationship would be with other non-human things. Because the air, no individual is alive without the air. No individual is alive without the food. No individual is alive without the water. We need to have relationships with these things and understand the value of these things as individuals. Now guess what? I have a good relationship with other organisms. with other entities. And so I have a varied relationship. I have it's just relationship skills.